We continue reading in Ruth chapter 3. Naomi has sent Ruth to meet Boaz in the middle of the night as Boaz celebrates the end of the harvest. In the darkness, Ruth proposes to Boaz, asking him to redeem her. More precisely, from verse 9 of chapter 3, she says, "I am your servant, Ruth. Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a guardian redeemer of our family." He responds, "The Lord bless you, daughter," he replied. "This kindness is greater than that which you showed earlier. You have not run after the younger men, whether rich or poor. And now, my daughter, don't be afraid. I will do for you all that you ask. All the people of my town know that you are a woman of noble character. Although it is true I am a guardian redeemer of our family, there is another who is more closely related than I. Stay here for the night. And in the morning, if he wants to do his duty as your guardian redeemer, good, let him redeem you. But if he is not willing, as surely as the Lord lives, I will do it. Lie here until morning." Some discussion questions to think about. Does Boaz understand the request that Ruth has given him? What is the kindness that Ruth showed earlier? What option did she apparently have earlier that she has ignored? How old do you think Boaz is? What do we know of the character of Boaz now? Listen to the conversation. And of Ruth. Is it okay with you, the reader, that there is one closer? How do you think the audience feels as this story is told to them? Just as it appears that our heroine has won, that the romance that is needed here to culminate in the story, there's a chance of ruin. Someone else has the right, the cultural right of that time, to marry Ruth. Why does Boaz tell her to stay? Continuing, lie here until morning. Boaz is a healthy adult male, and he's obviously noticed Ruth in the past with appreciation. Now this young woman has made a fairly obvious proposal. Does the audience feel the sexual tension? Is this situation appropriate? Do you think Boaz slept the rest of the night? Use your imagination here. What is the scene like? If he lay awake, what did he think of? Did Ruth sleep? If she lay awake, what did she think of? Did they talk? Whisper in the dark? Kiss? So she lay at his feet until morning, but got up before anyone could be recognized. And he said, "No one must know that a woman came to the threshing floor." He also said, "Bring me the shawl you are wearing and hold it out." When she did so, he poured into it 6 measures of barley and placed the bundle on her. Then he went back to town. Why does Boaz not want it known that a woman visited him in the dark of the threshing floor? Why does he give her barley? What does this symbolize? When Ruth came to her mother-in-law, Naomi asked, "How did it go, my daughter?" Then she told her everything Boaz had done for her and added, "He gave me these 6 measures of barley, saying, 'Don't go back to your mother-in-law empty-handed.'" Then Naomi said, "Wait, my daughter, until you find out what happens, for the man will not rest until the matter is settled today." Remember that Ruth has been gone all night. How does Naomi feel? Has she slept? Does she understand what is happening? What is her reaction? Notice her strong reaction to the gift of 6 measures. 6 measures is presumably a fair amount of barley. It would not have been very easy to carry. What is the significance of this gift? It is explicitly mentioned again. It's mentioned several times as an emphasis in this chapter. What does Naomi recognize? What does Naomi recognize in Boaz's character? Again, we end with a tease. The chapter ends. Imagine the storyteller saying that last line and then trying to break from the story. Like a Hallmark movie going to commercial. No, don't stop, his audience shouts. Or as a storyteller, a woman, maybe her audience shouts for her to continue the story. We end again on a cliffhanger, as each chapter does. How would you describe Boaz? His age, religious beliefs, character, physical characteristics? And the same with Ruth. Her age, her beliefs, her character, physical characteristics. If you were to create a movie out of this, how would you draw these people? Next time we will find out what happens while Naomi and Ruth nervously wait. So as you read chapter 4, we'll come to the conclusion of our romance and the story of God's provision. And as we do this, we'll ask some questions. We'll discover there's some land for sale. How did Boaz know this? There's a kinsman redeemer, the one that's closer, who's caught off guard. Why? And why does he back out? And what is the real message of this little book? It is not just a romance.